This is our second episode.
Welcome back, folks, to the second episode of Kiwi Burgers. I am your host, Math, and with me is Logan, and we have a new host. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, it is me, Jakey. Apologies for my voice right now. I'm currently hungover.
Me too. Me too.
The aftermath drunk episode that I didn't get.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Me
could
and,
start
uh,
drinking right now if that'll help boost our ratings.
Make it like a five. Maybe like make it a fifth episode 5 special. Mark our fifth
Episode 5 special.
Yeah. Me and Jacob, we just had a lovely crate day yesterday, which is a time-honored tradition that every first Saturday of December, we get a crate of, I don't know, big bottles of beer, and
A
drink it
crate
all.
of beer.
Yeah.
One crate is like, um, I'd say about 12, 8
Yeah.
to 12 long necks,
That sounds
which are
about right.
like pretty much like 1 liter of beer,
Yep.
and you have to finish it all.
What kind of beer is it?
Can be any. I mean, I usually do exports, but they didn't have any, so I just had like TUIs, which is, I don't know, it's just pretty standard beer.
Fair enough. All I have in my fridge right now is Youngling chocolate Hershey beers, and I have a single Shinerbach Festival beer, and I have a single Fat Tire beer. So basically a Shinerbach, an amber ale, and a couple other stuff. I mostly drink gin, or I have this whiskey that I paid a lot of money for, and it's really good.
Ugh.
Alright.
Can't think of the name of it, but it mixes really well with other things, and it's really good. Taste yummy, yum
Oh,
yum.
lovely.
Yum yum.
That's good. Yeah, it's pretty
Delicious.
interesting. I don't think we have any of those beers that you mentioned. I don't think we have any of those here in New Zealand.
Huh.
Yeah, New Zealand it would be like Tui or Heineken or something along those lines.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Heineken's worldwide, or at least back in Europe.
I don't.
Uh,
I've never had a Heineken. It's one of those that I've always wanted to try, but I've always tried other things instead because they're
Yeah.
more unique.
let me have a look. It's Dutch, so yeah, it's from the Netherlands, so it's probably like European and like just like maybe it's sold in like 192 countries.
Mhm.
Doesn't seem to be America. America does not seem to be one of those. So
For
I mean,
Heineken,
I'd expect Heineken to be worldwide, but Tui is
Yeah.
definitely New Zealand based because it's based on the Tui bird.
yeah,
we
yeah.
we definitely have Heineken.
Oh,
See
you
it
do.
at the store. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. But yeah. No, aside
Um,
from Heineken,
Is it like
Vito.
a Rolling Rock?
a what?
It's a pale ale, or not an Indian pale ale. It's just it's like a real light beer.
It's just beer.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
just beer.
beer is beer.
Yeah, beer is beer.
Beer is beer.
I-
Beer is
best-
beer.
The best part about Crate Day is what some people love to do is they'll get some tape and they will tape these bottles to their hands and they can't free them until they're
Yeah.
all drunk.
You will have no use of your hands until you have had the whole beer.
Yeah, you better be good at holding in your bladder when you do that.
So
Yeah,
is
we
this like is this a New Zealand tradition?
Yep.
Yes,
Oh,
I looked it up.
Huh.
Crate Day is an unofficial holiday in New Zealand held on the first Saturday of December. The day consists of drinking a crate of 12 745 milliliter beer bottles from 12 p.m. until 12 a.m. the next day.
That sounds atrocious, but awesome.
It is.
It's-
We
It's
just call that
literally-
Cinco de Mayo.
It's literally just a day of alcoholism.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's celebrating it's basically Bogan Christmas, that's what I like to call it.
Yeah, it's also we have that 4th of July where you just
yes.
you drink as much as you physically can while shooting guns and fireworks.
Oh, yes, of course. Standard
also, it's-
American.
Trash the British Day, also standard American. This 4th of July is going to be awesome with the World Cup thing because
Yeah,
we
fuck.
tied with the British, but that's a win
Oh.
for us
Of course
because-
it is.
because soccer is just so. We don't care about soccer at all. And I know, like, if there are Europeans listening to this, they're going to screech that it's called football. Whatever.
It is
nerd.
called football.
I don't care.
You play
Soccer all
hand
the
egg.
way. Yeah, I play hand egg. It's way cooler.
No, the fuck
Um,
it is not.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
No, it isn't.
But you watch an entire soccer game and only see like maybe 6 points in an entire game. It doesn't usually reach some action-packed like finale. It's always pretty predictable by the mid game. In football, things dramatically change all the time. I would say football still isn't my favorite sport. I would say basketball is, only because it's much faster and it's stressful. But
But,
I'm also not a huge sports guy.
I mean, yeah, I
Oh,
only
yeah,
watch
me
like
either.
pro wrestling.
Do you
I'm not much
guys-
sport.
Do you guys call it football or is it?
I
It's
think
soccer.
we actually call it soccer. Yeah, we call it soccer here as well, actually. But I call
Yeah.
it football because
Since our country is a part of Britain, technically speaking, we would call it soccer, and we spell words slightly different. Like we spell color with a U.
Man, that must be a little annoying. At least
not really. No.
I'd find it annoying.
Well,
Color
spelling
with a
color with a
U?
U. Yeah,
Just
It's-
doesn't
it's-
sound right.
yeah. It's
Sounds like
it's
you're
spelled
just
Kalawa.
saying. Yeah, it's. Kalaur.
Yeah, but that's. Yeah, but
That's how we spell it.
You know, like
The one I can understand is gray, spelled with an E. That makes sense.
I never get that. It always throws me off. Like I don't know if I don't really know if I'm using like, oh wait, is this the fucking last name or the color? I am confused.
Yeah. I don't even know how to spell gray. I'm pretty sure I spell it with an E most of the time.
I spell it with an A.
Gray?
I think I do it like
Gray.
Why?
Because I don't have that European accent, so it's gray
Why?
with an A
It's gray
Yeah.
instead of gray.
instead of gray. Yeah,
Why?
trying to say with an E is weird for me. Gray.
Gray.
Gree.
You
All
sound
right, on
Canadian.
to our Gree, eh? I couldn't do Canadian to save my life. I learned when it comes to impersonations or accents, if you can pull off an accent, it's okay. But if you fail at an accent, it's 900% more embarrassing.
Yeah.
So oftentimes it's just not worth it. And I used to do at least attempt impersonations of Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the
And
Frog
then-
here.
They were always just like hey, my wife's a pig. Things like
That's
that.
pretty good, actually.
Well,
That was good.
but when I slip up, people are like, "No, that doesn't sound like it," and then it just sounds awful, and I'm embarrassed, and I'm like, "God damn it!" And then I can't it's harder to recover from that. So I've just
Then you
learned that it comes to voice acting. It's better just to create your own characters and then just make them up as you go along. Because not only is
Yeah.
it more fun, but you can't get it wrong because it's your voice.
Yeah.
Fuck, imagine that though. Imagine if you imagine you do voice acting, but then this random dude just comes up and says, "Oh no, this voice does not match his character at all. You're doing it wrong." And you're like, "What the fuck?"
Like, bro, I made the
Fuck.
character. That's
Yeah,
mine.
I would be like,
It's my
I'll be
character.
fucking. Personally, I wouldn't take that. I would throw hands.
throw hands.
Yeah. Gonna tell
Hey.
me how the fuck to talk?
Batman
gonna-
2023 is my character. Fucker. Like,
Who are you? Vengeance.
I am vengeance.
and then he says he's just a little jokester, and then you flip into Batman mode and kick his ass because he thought he said Joker.
I'm vengeance, and then it's like that nerd emoji.
All right. I want to get into our first official topic.
Okay.
Let's do Silent Hill 2 remake. Are y'all excited for that?
I am on the fence. I mean, I
Mm,
saw what Capcom did with Resident Evil, and those remakes are pretty solid. So I have a little bit of hope. Who's in charge of it is like Konami, isn't it?
I honestly, I didn't even look into who was making it. I can do that real quick though.
I'm
I mean,
fairly
right?
sure it's Konami.
Yeah, because like I'm half worried. Like, are they gonna fucking make it a pachinko thing, like whatever they call it?
Oh, if they do the same with fucking Metal Gear Solid 3, I will literally sue them for destroying my childhood.
Yeah, it's Konami.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
who's
It's Konami,
but
yeah.
that's who's publishing it. Blooper Team SA is the developer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at least it's not Konami on the team. It's just them publishing it. But for those who don't know anything about Silent Hill, it's basically like the more paranormal section of Resident Evil. It's really like more about self-guilt and sin as opposed to government conspiracy and
Yeah.
disease.
It's more psychological horror than normal bodily
Yeah.
horror.
You probably it's where that pyramid head dude's from. You probably would have seen
It's
that,
also every foggy morning you'll get about 5 messages saying it's like Silent Hill outside.
Yeah.
right? No.
Those are my favorite though. I freaking love sending those texts and I love receiving them. It's like I don't know. It's just like it reminds you that you have friends.
Yeah. Can't relate.
No one sends me,
I
it's
don't.
Silent Hill outside. I don't have any friends.
Yeah. If it's foggy, I what I do I usually think of the mist instead, but
Ah,
the,
yes.
the movie?
yeah, no, yeah, well that and
The movie
I
or the
haven't- Yeah,
book?
the movie. Isn't there a TV show now?
Is
I
there?
couldn't tell you. I know that there's
There's
a
a
movie
book.
on Netflix called The Mist that I never got into because it looked like a really cheap rendition of something.
It's not that bad actually.
Huh.
But yeah,
I hear it's
yeah,
pretty good,
Silent
but I haven't
Hill,
gone into it.
Yeah, no, it's alright. But yeah, Silent Hill, it's just yeah, it should be interesting. If they do it like how they did how Capcom did Resident Evil, they should be alright. I've never actually played this. I've watched like the movies, but I've never actually played the game. So
I was gonna say-
Ooh.
I've seen all of the games and I've watched the movies. And the movies the first one is okay, the second one's garbage. But as for the games, Silent Hill 2 is pretty solid. And if they can get this one going and reinvigorate people back into Silent Hill, I'm going to be excited because then they're going to keep doing stuff with it. And I really like the universe.
it is
I
pretty
mean,
fun,
what
yeah.
is it? Alongside the Silent Hill 2 remake trailer, they've always also like announced like 2 other Silent Hill games, and one's based in like Japan in like the 1800s or something.
Isn't Silent Hill a singular location? Isn't it like literally a town? What the fuck is it doing in Japan in the 1800s? Does it
Yeah.
travel?
It's weird because Silent Hill is literally a town.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why it's called Silent Hill.
Don't you know, like Pangea or some shit.
Oh, true.
Climate change and all that.
Fuck.
Moved it, had to relocate.
Fuckers took Silent Hill. Kind of shit in Detroit.
No, I don't know. I like Silent Hill, and I learned that I'm just a baby when it comes to horror games.
Honestly,
I get
same.
scared so easily, and I'm like, why am I playing this? And then I just
Same.
quit. But Silent
Yeah.
Hill 2 is one that I want to actually play and finish.
Mm.
Yeah, true. I could be keen getting into it. So if it like catches, if it grabs my attention, like as someone who's never played it, then yeah, they should be doing something right.
People were a bit iffy with the main character's face, and he looks very whiny. Like his
I
face.
don't want to do it. I see what you mean.
Whereas the first game, he looks like, like distraught and depressed and like lost. Whereas in the second,
Looks like-
the remake, he's like, I don't want to do that.
Oh, so he looks like me. Nice. I have representation.
Yeah, I have representation too. Lord knows if I was in Silent Hill, I would just probably fucking. I would just cry. I don't know what I'd do.
I mean, personally, I wouldn't take it. I'll just handle it.
I would just handle it. I'd have to get involved.
Yeah. Intervene. Let's see. Oh, yeah, nah.
Yes, I saw that picture, yeah.
Yeah.
In the first picture, he looks a bit like a Giga Chad. It looks a bit like a Chad, but this one, he looks like a fucking... He looks
don't
like
know
he
why.
just lost his job. He looks like he gets... He looks like he's, No, it looks very sad.
It reminds me of Keanu Reeves in the new Matrix movie.
Yeah.
Just a little different in the hair. For those who don't know what we're talking about, in Silent Hill 2, if you look at one of the screenshots on the Steam page, you will see the very first screenshot is our main character looking in the mirror, and he looks more disgruntled and upset than in the first rendition of the game, when he looks like he's focusing and accepting his reality.
Yeah. That fucking picture, it looks like he's seconds away from bursting into tears and crying.
Honestly, actually, no. Now that I think about it, I really don't blame him. Like, you're in fucking... You're in hell, aren't you? It's just...
Yeah, in a way. But you're the main character, damn it.
Yes, grow some balls!
Act like one.
You take Pyramid Head and shove that big sword of his up his ass and go from there.
You gotta have that, I'm not locked in a room with you, you're locked in a room with me mentality.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right above those two images is the Ogren is. It's so funny to look at.
It's a
because I'm like that. Imagine in a Warhammer 40k Ogren in Silent Hill, just throwing Pyramid Head.
Just fucking bullying him. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be.
We need to record us playing Darktide. That'd be great.
Yeah. I mean, I know folks. I know we made a whole first episode about the first part of our first episode about Darktide, but we keep putting that to that because it's a very fun little game. It's a fun game.
Yeah. We can move into our next topic. If a meteor fell, where would you want it to hit?
Easy question. That is the easiest question. I would like it to hit Florida.
Florida?
Yeah, Ohio. Nothing happens in Ohio.
Ohio.
It'll be a self-contained disaster. It will hit, and then like the Ohioans will handle it.
You'll just make Silent Hill.
Well, that's I see nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm not going to go there.
Have you ever been to the
specifics
States?
of this? Never.
I've there's only been one stopover flight in Los Angeles for like an hour, and that's it. That was like when I was younger, and I remember like as we got on the plane, this absolutely huge dude who looks like what I would describe as a stereotypical American, like really huge, not fat, just like real tall, built, like big shoulder sort of thing, and he just gave me like this Green Dragon coloring book, and I'm like, I shall remember you forever, bro. I can't forget it. It's just, I don't know why that is such a big memory of my life when I was like a young kid, but yeah, that's my only experience in the United States of America.
He was probably throwing it away and then saw that you were there and was like, "You throw it away."
No, it was like a flight attendant or something. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
He probably looked at you like, he sounds British. Trash.
I've never been outside of the U.S., but the U.S. is also huge, and I have to explore here before I feel like I need to go anywhere else.
There's a lot to do, yeah. Where do you want a meteor to hit?
I think I'd want a meteor to hit the UK.
Oof.
I feel like that would help
Good
a lot of people, and that would solve a lot of issues. You know, it's real funny that you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna get into that. But I feel like just for the fact that I'm an American, I'm legally obligated to do so. I wonder
Legally
if
obligated
I wonder
to
if-
trash the UK.
I wonder if President Biden would fly directly to my apartment and shake my hand, and then fall
like,
down the stairs.
Thank you, American citizen.
Where's your daughter?
I'm not gonna get political, but I would say it would be funny. Could I get like I would just ask for some sloppy from Kamala Harris, just as like a thank you note. Where would you want the meteor to hit, Jackie?
Here's the thing. What's the specifics? Is it like a meteor that will destroy one place in particular and nothing more? How big's the meteor we're talking here?
Yeah, think about it like this meteor is just big enough to destroy the entirety of an area that you're going to suggest and nowhere else.
Okay.
So like if I picked what's that like Michigan, it's not going to hit anywhere in Canada even though it's right there.
I see.
Unless you want it to destroy like the whole world, and then you could just say that we'll restart the Moonfall movie. God. Okay, sorry. I want to talk about Moonfall whenever he's done with his question.
Let's see. Thinking. Uganda. Why not? No one thinks about Uganda. Just wipe it off the map.
Damn! Imagine being so relevant you just select for annihilation. That'd be very embarrassing.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh,
But if that
Uganda
would
was
be
wiped
most
off the map. Okay.
Ah. Oh no. Anyway. No offense to Uganda. I'm sure it's a lovely place.
It's not
Imagine
politically
if,
motivated
like-
at all.
Imagine if all of our fans were just Ugandan. That's it. That's all we had.
It's just
We're
that one
all-
guy who just listened to first episode and is like, oh, I love this show. Then I just come on and be like, I want to like fucking nuke Uganda. It's like, oh, never mind. I'll just stop watching it. Fuck.
That'd be the biggest. That'd be the biggest case of bag fumbling we've ever done. Just unintentionally piss off the fan base.
Just imagine one day we have like millions of fans, but they're all from just exclusively from Uganda. They just
They're all just
like
Uganda.
like they just all like hoard together to watch on a couple phones, just our podcast, and they blare it from speakers. That'd be
Like,
funky.
these guys are the greatest podcast.
These guys get it.
They're like, we want to nuke Uganda too.
And then then they listen to episode 2 after they watched it in reverse. And we're
Reverse
like,
order.
oh. And then it's outlawed, and now it's a huge debacle. Because half the population wants to listen to it, and the other half wants to outlaw it. Now there's like a civil war.
Yeah, there's a
Great
civil
job,
war
guys.
based on our podcast.
And then we
Good
just
job,
never
guys.
hear
We've caused a problem.
we just never hear about it. Too bad Caldor isn't here, or sorry, David isn't
David.
here to answer the meteor question. I'm sure he'd
Yep.
pick California.
Yeah. I think he'll be late
Probably.
if not. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Speaking of next topic, constant awkward silences.
Aye.
Ah,
Yes,
yes. I was fully expecting that.
The bane of our lives. It's just it happens all the time. You're talking to someone, and it's even like if you're just chatting to someone and like texting and stuff. There's like it happens to me all the time. Like I'm on Tinder, I'm trying to hit up this chick, and she's like, "Oh, how's it going?" Like blah blah, and then there's like a point of the topic where you just don't know what to say next. It's very annoying. You know
I made that an awkward sound on purpose.
You fucking bastard. You bastard.
That's what I was doing. I get exactly what you mean. You're trying to talk to somebody, and they were just messaging you clearly, and then just at one moment's notice they stop responding, and now like the moment's dead.
Yeah,
And then they
it's
try to
pretty weird.
respond as if they were talking the whole time, but your mood's already passed, and you're like, well, fuck, how do I continue this conversation?
Yeah,
Happens a
especially-
lot.
Yeah, it's worse if like they don't really help you with the conversation either. They're like, if you're doing all the work and stuff, that's
Oh, I
annoying.
hate that.
Yeah.
Um,
And
Man.
that's not just Tinder, mind you. That's like in general. You're not gonna try and be a do an alpha male little rant about Tinder.
well, I text immediately. Like, if you message
Yeah.
me, I'm there. If you at me, I'm there. Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
the second you mention me in something, I'm already seeing it. So,
that's actually a good, interesting point because I do the same, and I don't understand why there's like a whole movement or what have you about like, oh, can we normalize not replying immediately? I'm like, bro, if I'm not doing
like,
anything,
why not?
yeah, like if you hit me up and I'm not doing anything, then I will answer immediately. I'm not gonna like deliberately wait 5 minutes to answer you.
Yeah,
That's weird.
I don't look at a notification that's trying to ask me something or talk to me, and I'm like, meh, I have better things to do. Even when I'm
Yeah.
at work, I pull out my phone and I'll message.
Yeah,
when our
exactly.
first episode aired, I was like all over it. I was looking at all the discords. I was listening to the episode. I was talking to you guys all while I was at work. I got yelled at a couple times, but it's all good. I don't know. I was listening to our first episode and it put a big old smile on my face the whole time.
Ah, that's nice.
It was
Oh,
so
yeah.
fun, and I love doing this.
As
Yeah.
as a person who wasn't actually in the first episode, it was a very decent episode. I listened to the whole thing, and I was very entertained by it.
Very
That's
gaming heavy, but we can move on to better topics now that we know how to improve.
Have your
Oh, yeah.
parents heard the podcast? Because my parents did, and they liked it.
My parents have not, but if I had to walk up to my dad and tell him I talked about sexy hobbit feet, he might I might no longer have a dad.
The
No,
fuck
I'm just
you
kidding.
doing?
I'll show it to him
Hobbit?
eventually.
I mean,
Huh?
hey, maybe he likes his Hobbit feet too. You know.
Yeah, he's like, son, we are one and the same.
I see why you're my son now.
Son, I am proud.
Oh, my brother hasn't listened to the first episode, and I really want him to.
Ah,
I don't blame him though, because whenever he was doing the Warhammer podcast, I didn't listen to much of it. I did go back and I was a part of some of those episodes too.
yep.
I actually own or I don't own it, but I have a big hand in the Warhammer podcast, and I might make an episode on there just shouting out our podcast. I think I can get some Warhammer boys into it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, just
That'd be,
casual advertisement, casual plug.
Yes, sir. Just
Yes.
like what you're doing on your Twitch stream, Jacob. If you want to bring that up as well.
Oh, yeah.
Manipulate the pod. Oh, but yeah, my bad. Go ahead and shout your pod,
Yeah.
your Twitch out.
My Twitch,
Tip-tap.
twitch.tv/Jakey, JAAK1E. I advertised it a lot last night when we were drunk before the incident happened.
The
The incident.
Yes, one of don't know if we want to go too into detail, but all we can say is one of our mates decided thought it'd be a very good idea to flash his
Schlong.
his little weenie in the
Yeah, I was watching the Twitch stream, and next thing you know, my face gets slapped by a weenie through my phone.
Oh god, you
And
saw
I was
it.
like, ah! No, I didn't see it. I'm just messing
Oh,
with you.
Fuck.
I was at work when
Thankfully-
that happened.
Thankfully,
Jacob
I'm
has
low key
actually posted-
enough. I'm low key enough
Sorry.
where I don't think it'd affect me, but it still
Yeah,
happened. So
hopefully.
I had to delete the VOD and make sure
Yeah.
it didn't happen.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. It happened,
Yeah.
but it didn't happen.
It
You'll
was
do
very
okay.
very annoying to have to do. You know, you're having a good time and then suddenly, boop, there's a cock out.
I got one thing to talk about while we're talking about penises and videos. Step family porn, like stepsister, stepbro. Just admit you're into incest, dog.
Yeah.
Just
I-
full
I
on
agree.
admit you'd rather watch it from another family, or even your own if you're into that stuff. Just admit that you're into watching siblings or parents and daughters, whatever. Quit the step stuff. Get into the real deal.
Yeah. If you're
Come
into
on,
step
dude.
siblings, you're just like one short step, literally a step away from real incest.
Step. But, like, just admit you're into that stuff. Come on, man. Don't, like, you're already, if someone's going through your history and all they find is step porn, you have no, they're not technically related. Shut up. Just shut up.
Yeah.
You're
That's
into,
that's
you're
not
into
as
siblings.
effective as just saying, "Oh, it's a drawn child. It's not hurting anyone." It's like, bro, what the fuck? It's still
like, shut up. Admit you're into kids. You're already this far
Just
in.
admit it.
You're already this far in.
I yeah, I can't say I've yeah, no, I'm not gonna bring up my porn habits, because
My masturbatory habits are simple.
yes,
I like lesbians.
Oh yes, like every man.
I like goth girls. I like goth girls.
Yeah,
Good.
I like that too.
If there's any goth girls with any goth girls listening to this, please hit me up. Please contact me. Send me a letter.
Matt,
I am
please,
single
Matt,
and I'm
please.
desperate.
Matt,
I need it.
Please, come.
Matt,
I
please. Matt,
Ah!
don't you goth women in our Ugandan audience understand? He's desperate and he needs help.
Oh my god.
Do you think there's a hot topic in Uganda?
There's a hot topic in Uganda. You know, I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna look up what Uganda does have.
Where is Uganda anyway?
It's in East Africa.
Oh, okay. I want to see Uganda hot topic. No, what I'm seeing is like hot eco topics. Okay. Close enough. Close enough.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna look up what tourism is in Uganda. What can you do there? Lots of trips. Reconsider travel to Uganda due to crime and terrorism.
Oh.
So I guess we're not gonna have a Kiwi Burgers meetup in Uganda.
No, I don't think so. Doesn't seem like it.
But it is cheap. The budget is around 55 euros per person per day.
That's not bad.
So the economy,
I think that's worth a little terrorism.
worth a little terrorism.
I'll take that risk. A cheap holiday, I'll take it.
No, if I had to go anywhere in like Eastern Africa, it's probably gonna be
Uganda.
well. Now that I look at it, I'm only gonna say Ethiopia because I knew somebody who was born in Ethiopia, and well, they moved to Germany later, and then they moved to the U.S. But they said that their home province was pretty nice.
Yeah, Ethiopia's a pretty cool place.
Sorry, I got the world map pulled up right now, and I'm just looking around. So many European countries.
And we all hate each other.
We all hate each other.
Especially the Balkans.
I was gonna say, whenever I'm looking at the like Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, you could have told me those were countries like a year ago, and I'd have told you were lying. Those just sound like words you made up. But you know what? I'm an American. What do I know about European states?
Exactly.
Ain't nothing better than America, baby. Number one. Fuck
America
Canada.
number one.
Fuck Mexico. Fuck Brazil.
Kiwi Burger does not condone, does not endorse anti-country ideologies. We are non-political. Just a quick disclaimer. Please don't come to us.
I didn't realize Greenland was so close. Oh my god.
Rumor says it's getting closer.
Literally, you could swim from Newfoundland all the way up to Greenland. Well, if you're a pro swimmer, that is.
Well, I am not that. I do not like the ocean.
If you can swim for like a day or two on end, maybe a little more, you could probably reach it.
I believe it.
I would love to visit the Scandinavian area, like I want to visit Denmark one day, and then travel up into Sweden.
I've actually been to Sweden. I went there for like this wedding, and it was in a Viking village. And one of the Vikings was actually a Kiwi, which was very interesting. It was a good time actually. I remember
wow.
like we went to Stockholm, and I was really into Minecraft at the time because I was like 11, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to see Mojang or something like that. I want to see Notch. Notch, where are you? Where's Herobrine? Give me Herobrine.
No, another country I would want to visit is Norway.
Oh yeah.
I'd want to go to Oslo. That sounds so cool.
It seems like a very nice place.
But I had to take a college course in Scandinavian history. It was called Modern Scandinavia, but we had to learn it from like 1500 to modern day.
Yeah.
And it included Finland, Sweden, Norway, Iceland, Denmark, and the Faroe Islands. And that's sort of when I developed an interest in this area.
I didn't realize Iceland's part of Scandinavia.
Yep.
I had no idea.
People mistake Greenland for being a part of Scandinavia, but it isn't.
In fairness,
It's just its own area.
To be entirely fair, that's because Iceland and Greenland are completely switched over. Like, isn't like how the thing is like Iceland's really what's it? It's like actually not ice, it's green, and then Greenland's Iceland.
Yeah, that's true. Greenland is all ice, and Iceland is generally livable.
Whoever named those countries must have been like colorblind.
No, they were just trolling.
They were trolling, yeah.
Yeah, they were like, oh, this would be funny like a few hundred years later.
I actually believe it was an investment scheme because people wanted... Well, because the people who were selling land in Greenland couldn't sell it because the place is actually unlivable. And then people were moving to Iceland because it was all green and it looked nice. So
only
it ended
50...
up...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, I just googled. I was just googling, and Greenland's like 2 million square kilometers, but there's only like 56,000 people living there, and then Iceland is only like 102,000 square kilometers, but there's like 323,000 people living there.
Yeah. When you look at the map, Iceland is little blotches of white, but when you look at Greenland, it's all white except for like a small smudge on the side, and that's always pretty neat. I gotta ask, now that I'm looking at this map, where is Old Zealand?
I can.
Why are you New Zealand?
Well,
I can tell you this.
Oh, yep. Go ahead.
I can tell you this. You see, you see New Zealand as that small little island just below Australia.
Yeah.
Did you know we're actually on a completely different continent known as Zealandia, and a majority of it is underwater. Zealandia is Old Zealand.
This is true.
So Old Zealand is underwater.
Yeah, it's If
You guys said you lived in Wellington, right?
I do. Jacob lives.
So
a bit outside.
you guys are you're just on the ocean front, like.
Yep. There's
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a harbour. Yeah.
I looked up the square meters of New Zealand versus Arkansas, where I live, and Arkansas is half the size of New Zealand. So just my state is half the size of your country, and I found that kind of interesting.
That's bizarre. I thought it'd be a bit bigger.
But what's on this Stewart Island? What's there?
Stewart Island. Aren't two
It's like it's right below.
Stewart Island.
Let me
Where
have
is
a look.
it?
Well, it's
Near on the South Island.
Yeah.
On the south. Good question. I'm pretty sure it's just mostly forest.
I see one city called Oban.
Yeah, I guarantee you, like there'll be like 10 people living here.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen an actual wharf before. What is this?
They should name. They should change the name from Obama to Obama. It sounds more natural.
Obama, yeah, it sounds pretty natural. He should
Yeah,
run for president one day.
Yeah, he should. Seems like a cool dude.
Sounds like a pretty trustful guy.
My fellow Americans, we gotta drone strike someone.
We got a drone strike. No, but when you look at North America as a continent, there's just so much here. Stupid amount of land mass.
Many things to do, many things to see.
Yep. I haven't seen an ocean since 2012.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
And that
Good.
was we only ever saw it once a year because we vacationed in Florida sometimes.
Man, America is missing out.
I haven't seen. Well, people who live along the ocean front see it every day, but I'm inland, and how long it would take for me to get to the ocean. Hold on, let me pick a spot and put it into my Google Maps real quick. Okay. Where's my phone at? Here it is. Okay. Oh, sorry. My TikTok opened. Let me look at it real quick. Are y'all enjoying this geography lesson?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
very
wonderful.
educated. I consider myself educated. What's my name? Nah, I'm joking. It's just
It's
it's pretty interesting.
Heisenberg.
Jesse.
Okay,
But you're
I am 9 hours and 30 minutes from the closest beach.
9 hours and 30 minutes.
And that's driving at a solid 60 to 80 miles an hour.
I'm like
Jesus.
a 10-minute drive away from like a beach.
So you guys
I could-
enjoy your beaches and while you can. Enjoy them for me.
Yeah. Fuck, no, I fucking hate the ocean because of the jellyfish. So you won't see me there. Fucking hate jellyfish.
I could have swore I saw Altdorf in Canada. A funny Warhammer fantasy reference.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was because I saw Newfoundland and Labrador and Alberta at the same time.
Just put the words together, did you?
Yeah.
Is
Let's
there Here's a
oh,
question
sorry.
I have
Go on.
for have you ever? Is there like any fucking pro wrestling in your area, Arkansas? Because I'm a big wrestling fan. I like my WWE, like my
He loves
local
wrestling.
too. I love wrestling. Yeah.
Can't say there is, but I'm not that big into pro wrestling or WWE, but I know a lot of people at my work do like it, and I find it so fascinating. Just because it's not, I know it's fake. I know that you guys know it's fake, but
It's scripted. That's the proper word, I'd say.
yeah, scripted.
You can't really
But-
fake being thrown through a table.
I
mean-
it's one of those things where I would love to do with a bunch of buddies for an afternoon and then never pick it up again. Just because it sounds fun, but it sounds awful if it's your job.
It has its perks, benefits. It's like, there's a lot of backyard wrestling shows where like people will jump. This reminds me of there was this video I watched maybe last year, and it's this dude on a ladder, and he jumps off it. It's a tall ladder. I want to say like a 20-step ladder, something like that. And he jumps off it onto a trampoline, but there's no trampoline mat. It's just barbed wire.
Mm-hmm.
And that
Oh.
was like, that's fucking stupid. That was just.
Oh,
I don't know. Some people are like backyard wrestling is insane because people just do all this shit in front of a crowd of like maybe 5 to 10 people who are probably like their family. And it's just all these rednecks just like being fucking stupid. And then like you actually when you go to like a show and you'll see more of a crowd and just more of a professional environment. But there's silly shit that happens like. It's ridiculous. I mean, there is a local wrestling scene here in New Zealand, there's like what 2 promotions here in New Wellington itself, and then there's a couple up north and a couple of hundreds down south, something like that. It's just
Have you ever done wrestling?
yeah. I'm going to wrestling school right now.
You're going to a wrestling school?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to study for it as well. He has to do homework.
Yeah, like no, legit, they do. They just give you like matches to watch and study. So you
That
can, like-
sounds. I mean, okay. Is it? How much do you pay for these courses?
Oh, it's only $10 a week.
Okay, that's awesome. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10
I was gonna
bucks
say
an
if it's like a
grass
higher
money.
if it's like a higher education for pro wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the school as well. Some places will charge more, especially if it's like a. Let me have a look, because I know there's someone there's a guy who's a pretty big deal down in the South Island. He actually went to where did he go? He went to this wrestling academy by Lance Storm, who's like a really great wrestler. This guy's got virtual training. It looks like right now. Charging like 125 an hour for like this virtual training. That's
I'm gonna give you the backbreaker move when we have our meetup
true.
Yeah, I'll do a suplex on you.
because I am I'm 5'10", 230 pounds.
Oh,
I don't know how to convert that to kilograms, but and I'm pretty sure I could pick you up and throw you pretty easily. You seem like a pretty light guy.
Yeah, I'm definitely a skinny person, but I'm like I think I'm 5'10", something like that.
I'm just gonna give you the old Hulk Hogan special.
Oh,
That
yeah.
doesn't work for me, brother.
Brother.
Yeah,
Brother.
Nah, for real. I do need to fucking put on some weight myself if I actually want to get strong. I'm just fucking lazy that way. But, you know,
Just
otherwise,
move to America. All we have is fast food and garbage to eat.
Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to bring up. The differences in fast food between New Zealand and America.
yeah, that'd be interesting.
'Cause
Like, does Macca's have like the same thing? Or oh no, you go on, Jacob. My bad.
I'm saying, like, in New Zealand, the main stores we have McDonald's, Domino's, KFC,
KFC.
Burger King. What else is there?
Y'all,
There's a
y'all
Wen-
got
we,
the
went, we went to Wendy's in Paraparaumu, which was kind of mid.
Oh, yeah. Wendy's was mid. They
Yeah, I
just
was gonna
introduced a
say-
Taco Bell. And
y'all
it's,
got the worst fast food.
it's like literally what I just named is pretty much all there is. That's all the fast food there is. The rest is like
Oh, there's Burger King.
fish and chips. Burger King, yeah. Did I say Burger King?
We don't have it. I don't think we have any. Because I know, like in America, you guys got Sonic, which I've never seen anywhere else.
Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah, I don't think New Zealand has its own fast food brand, if you know what I mean. Like, it doesn't have its own,
Oh, yeah.
like... I mean, no, we've got Hell's Pizza, technically. I think that's its own thing. But, yeah.
Hold on. Let me, as the fast food American expert, list off the fast food that's within walking distance of my house. All right.
Alrighty.
This might dox me a bit. Maybe not. This is everywhere. We have a McDonald's. We have a Brahms, which is an ice cream / grocery store. We have a Sonic. We have a Raising Cane's, which is like a fried chicken finger place, chicken strip place, famous for their sauce. We have a Burger King, which I actually drove through the drive-thru and called them fat one day. It was actually kind of based.
That is based.
It was during the height of my workout phase,
Oh, yeah.
and I just drove through with a buddy of mine, and I pointed and went, "Y'all are fat." That's a big. So hold on, let me go further into this. Fast food workers are often overweight, and that's because they just get to eat the fast food, and that's why it's a fate that I don't like to. I don't like to joke about fast food workers because they do have it hard.
Yeah, they get so much shit, it's not even
They have.
Yeah.
I deeply regret calling them fat, only because it's not their fault. But at the same time, at the time, I was making a point to a buddy of mine who was obese and working out with me that fast food turns you into a very specific stereotype. Me and my brother call it fat brain, and it's whenever you eat awfully processed food, and it sort of makes you dumber for a bit.
I believe it.
Not good. Anyway, I have a Slim Chickens. We have a place called Feltner Brothers, but I don't know if that's fast food or not. We have a Subway. Actually, we have 3 Subways.
Oh yeah, that's another one we have. We do have Subway.
Yeah, we do have Subway, yes.
Man, Subway is mid. We have
Too bad.
a Freddy's frozen custard and steak burger. It's like a 50s themed restaurant. We have a Chipotle, Arby's, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A, and that seems to be about it. Let me go to the second page. Whataburger. We do have Whataburger.
Here's the thing. Of all the restaurants you named thus far, we have like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Schlotzsky's is a good one. Popeyes, Taco Bell, lots of Taco Bells. Yeah, we pretty much have it all. Fast food here is just so easy to open up because it's guaranteed business. You look at these lines to these places, and it's all just full.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like people are eating here. It's not an underclassed business. These people are eating.
They're eating.
You ever eat a Popeyes biscuit without water?
I'm not suicidal, man. I could put that. Get help.
It reminds me of that funny picture. This funny picture I saw. Like, it's like there's this dude being jumped. It's like imagine getting jumped by Poppy's employees, and you hear feed his ass 5 biscuits, no water, and the picture's just a guy fighting for his life. He is fighting to survive.
Those are the driest. Okay, KFC has the driest biscuits I've ever had. I don't even eat them. Yeah, KFC gives you complimentary biscuits with your meal.
I go to KFC every now and again because it's down the road from me. I've never actually tried them. Never tried them. Never seen the biscuits.
Not great. I absolutely hate KFC though, and a lot of people. It's a very controversial subject, but KFC to me is just awful. I hate it.
It's not. I mean, for
it's
me,
just
nice
the greasiest, miserable chicken I've ever eaten.
That's fair.
But I'm not gonna crap on KFC. If I have to pick a fast food place to eat, it's probably going to be Wendy's, only because their Baconators are good, and when I go and I get the Asiago Ranch Chicken Club as well, and I ask them to destroy it in ranch. Oh God, I love that ranch sauce.
Oh fuck.
And sometimes they give me an extra little dribble, but I live in a college town now, and it's ran by college kids, and they just destroy it in ranch sauce, and I love it. Oh God, I'm a saucy guy. I love sauces.
That actually reminds me of something that happened to me. And wait, Jacob, was it you who got the pizza that was drenched in sauce at one time? What was that called?
It was probably Connor because he loves that peri peri sauce.
Yeah. Mate Connor, he went to Domino's and ordered a pizza, and he asked for a fair amount of peri peri sauce, but I think somehow the employees took that to mean just cream pie this fucking pizza of peri peri sauce.
Covered.
And when you it was slathered, and I'm talking slathered like fucking. Fuck, you could have a nice little swim in it.
I love
like
it.
A peri peri bukkake.
I'd say you couldn't even see the toppings. It was just
you could not
nothing
see the
but
toppings,
peri
peri. We have this. We have this place, Eureka Pizza. Eureka Pizza, worst pizza place on the planet. But the one time I drove through there to get something, they were advertising this pickle pizza, and it was so gross to look at. But you could tell it was a fan favorite by how much they were advertising it and showcasing it. And all I could think about was, it's just pickles on a pizza, and they just destroy it in pickles. That's awful. But yeah, when it comes to pizza, I don't like pizza, fast food pizza like Domino's. It's so greasy, and it's ugh.
Let me ask
I
you
mean-
a nice little question. Pizza Hut or Domino's? Which one would you go for?
Domino's.
Fair enough.
No, yeah.
Pizza Hut's sauce is awful, and
Yeah.
it makes I throw up. Like, it's not because it tastes bad, but the sauce and all of the hardcore grease just makes me throw up. I know that if I eat Pizza Hut, I'm gonna throw up, guaranteed. I'm gonna have the worst heartburn of my entire life. I'm gonna have to pray to Guy Fieri for some Prilosec. I'm gonna have to go to my diners, drive-ins, and dives altar and pray the heartburn away, and then I'm gonna throw up.
That's an experience. That is an experience.
When I go to Domino's, it's a mild discomfort. Like, my intestines feel a little uncomfy, but you know, I'm used to processing heavy chemicals and radioactivity in my daily diet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm around the corner from a Domino's store.
Yeah, to be fair,
just-
I don't have an excuse because the only pizza place we have where I live is a single Domino's.
Yep.
And
You
it's the only
guys
place
also
in my town that actually does delivery. Sorry, continue.
Yeah.
You guys also probably do pizza differently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
probably.
Just for like different standards, because here it's like an actual inch or inch and a half of cheese.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's destroyed in the high fatty oily stuff. One day on a live VOD or whatever, we'll each buy the same pizza from our local Domino's, and we'll compare. And mine will probably be bigger and much more loaded,
Oh, yeah. What's
just
your
because the
flavor?
standards here are just atrocious.
What's your favorite? What flavor do you go? I go for ham and cheese myself usually. Just something basic.
A ham and cheese pizza.
Yeah, that's what I go for. Like, what do you go? What do you like?
I usually go for like chicken bacon ranch, or I'll go for a buffalo blue cheese pizza.
Ooh.
I like those extraordinary flavors. It's always nice. That's
My
about
go-to.
That's about the expend of my pizza.
Yeah, my go-to is always the pepperoni with as much peri-peri as they can. Peri-peri is bang on Domino's. At least here. I don't know how they do it in America.
Peri peri.
Yeah, it's like a sauce, but there's a slight bit of zesty tang to it.
I'm gonna look that up real quick. How do you spell that?
It's Peri two enders peri.
Peri twice.
What is this?
It's peri-peri.
It's like a. It looks like a hot sauce.
It's pretty. It's got a little bit of spice.
It's got a bit of
Says
spice.
it's
It's
at
not
my-
like
It says it's at my local Target. I might have to pick some up.
it's not like super spicy, but it has a bit of spice to it.
Do you know what's funny? Now you've mentioned Target. I actually found out recently that New Zealand actually has a Target as well.
We have a Target.
What's your guys' local grocery store?
We've got
Countdown.
a few. I mean, yeah, Countdown, Wilson, New World. I used to work at New World actually. Not a good time, but you know. We also have Kmart, which is actually where me and Jacob met, which is funny.
Yeah.
Well, else we've got like Pack and Save too. That's like the real cheap.
Pack and
one.
Slave.
Yeah, Pack and Slave. Well, we've got like we have you know, we got dairies, which are basically convenience stores as well, where
Yeah, convenience
yeah, these
stores.
things- Yeah, we call them dairies here for some reason. But,
I
think
have
it's something to do
never
with
heard
milk.
of any of. I've never heard of any of these that you guys are saying, except Kmart. I've heard of Kmart. But I live in Walmart County. Not
Walmart
literally,
County.
but I live in where Walmart originated, and so all we have here are Walmarts. But we do have a Whole Foods, and we do have a Target, and we have an Aldi's. Aldi's is like your natural grocery. Whole Foods is your stuck-up, pretentious grocery store.
Is that like do they like sell kale there or something?
I mean, they all sell kale, but
Fair enough.
Whole Foods is like your range-free chickens, organic, only fed the best. Like, it's hot. Everything's high-end, and it tastes good. It's good stuff, but it's also super expensive.
Yeah,
And you
that's-
only ever find hyper-vegans there or people with a lot of money.
that's
It's
what I
one of the
hate
first... Go on.
So that's what I hate about like healthy eating, because I'd love to eat healthy, but the thing is really expensive. It's so annoying. Like, if they want us to eat healthy, then make it fucking affordable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I was given the option to like, oh, would you like this healthy meal, or would you like Macca's? I would take the healthy meal if it didn't cost so much. You know? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get you.
Yeah, I fucking hate it. It's just. Ugh.
Okay.
How the fuck
Since
is it
we're
healthy?
since we're basically at that hour point, I want to tell one more story about the worst decision I ever made.
Okay. Last story. Let's go.
Okay. So you know CS:GO, how there's a bunch of like skins that sell for like a bunch of money.
Okay, yeah.
I unboxed, and this is for the CS:GO aficionado out there. I unboxed a factory new Ursus knife, which is worth about $500. I
Okay.
sold it and pre-ordered Cyberpunk twice.
Twice?
What?
I sold my $500 CS:GO knife and pre-ordered Cyberpunk twice. And we all know how Cyberpunk was at launch.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
horrendous.
It was a fucking mess.
And I bought it
Uh,
twice.
God.
I heavily
Well-
regret it.
How'd you do it twice?
Because I pre-ordered it for myself and my roommate. It was his birthday, like coming up like a couple days before. So I was like, okay, I'll buy it for him as well. To be nice. His
So
birthday
you
present.
spent like... Okay, so you spent like $120.
Bearing in mind,
Where did the rest of the money go?
with our grass money, that would have been like at least like $240.
Oh. Ah.
Where the rest of the money go? I actually don't know. I forget. But I just know I don't have it. I think I sold it for $300 at the time, because the price was lower. Worst decision of my life.
I bought
Jesus Christ.
I bought Cyberpunk for $60, but I played it for like an hour a day, and I realized it wasn't my kind of game. Everybody just hyped it up for me because they were having fun
Yeah.
with it. And then I requested a refund, and they were like, "Ha,
Nope.
nah,
it's-
you're happy with it. You've played a little bit, right?"
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. When it first came out, yeah, I was a bit bummed by all the fucking issues, but honestly, the way I did it, I just like put it behind as like the player's characters like optics like glitching, so I was able to like kind of just put it in the back of my head, even though the trees
Yes.
were like always visible.
The characters T-posing was my
Yeah.
my eyes glitching.
Yeah, I was like, hey, I pre-ordered it, I spent money on it, I had to make it worth something, and I enjoyed it, and it's good now. I'm pretty sure it's had a bit of a No Man's Sky arc, I guess you could say. I think it's gotten better. I replayed it like a little while ago. It's far more improved.
It's
It's pretty
definitely a
good.
better game it is now.
Yeah, actually, if we wanna speaking of this game, you guys want to talk about the Callisto project?
We'll
Very
talk
quickly.
about it next episode, as we are an hour in.
We are. Oh, okay. Time flies. It seems.
Yeah, time does fly.
Time does fly. And with that, I think we could wrap up. I think that was great.
That was pretty good.
We'll
yeah.
see y'all. We'll
Thank
see
you
all
so
of you
much.
guys.
Thank you so much for joining us.
We'll
talk about
improve-
different outros.
Hold on one second. We'll improve talking over each other in the next episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
no.
a lot of... We
no.
all wanted
It's
to
gonna be
say a
much
lot
worse.
of things. It's going to get much
We are going
worse.
We're very sorry. After much reflection, we've decided to become worse.
All right. Y'all want to shout anything out?
Shout out
Twitch
my
would-
mum. I love you, mum. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy listening to it too. Shout out. Yeah, no, that's it. Just say that.
Hopefully next time David can join us. I still have to be introduced to him.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll be here next. Anyway, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.